Welcome back to Action Figure Obsession, and if you ever had the thought that maybe Avian and Loaded follows his muse, maybe he's just making up it as he goes along, maybe he's just riffing like he's always telling us. Well, yeah, I am riffing like Peter Griffin, right? There you go. There's a cultural reference for you. Um, so earlier, my previous video, the little short session we did, we talked about my kit bashed Secret Invasion Nick Fury, who in the MCU, of course, is an old man Nick Fury, as portrayed by the always wonderful Samuel L. Jackson. I've given him better gloves. The previous gloves that he had were kind of too big, or the hands were too big, and the glove color was a shade of green that was a little too, hey, look at me, I'm wearing bright green gloves, and a little less, I'm a tactical bastard who's going to sneak up on you and do terrible things. So, yeah. On the left here, we have the old man Nick Fury, Secret Invasion, MCU, Marvel Legends, Nick Fury. And on the right, we have, I kind of forgot I had him. I think it's, well, no, I have Jan Rog and Janice Vell. We saw them recently. I think they were from the same wave, the Kree Sentry Build-A-Figure wave. This is young Samuel L. Jackson, or at least young Nick Fury from the MCU Captain Marvel movie. He was de-aged a bit for that movie. Opinions differ as to how well they de-aged him, but, you could still tell it's supposed to be Samuel L. Jackson. I gave him a nice Mezco pistol. That might be from Snake Eyes, the Mezco Snake Eyes. Or it might be from Destro. No, I think Destros were all kind of sci-fi looking. That looks like a Glock or something like that. But anyway, yeah, so we have old Nick Fury on the left and young Nick Fury on the right. And we have the cat that made the difference between them. That's Goose from the Captain Marvel movie. I think that's the Marvel Select Goose. I don't think it's I don't think Marvel Legends made just a goose that was just sitting there like a relatively normal cat. I think theirs were all in some kind of weird pose, and I got rid of them, which is why I kept this one, because I do like having the animal figures. And of course, Goose is the one who in the film is the reason why Nick Fury ends up wearing an eye patch by the beginning of the movie and end of the movie. Yeah, Goose clawed his eye out, if I recall correctly. And I didn't love that movie, so feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I wanted to love it. I thought Brie Larson was cast brilliantly as Captain Marvel, and I liked her in some of her scenes in the Avengers movie. But like with Black Widow, I feel they kind of half-assed it on the story for that movie, the Captain Marvel movie. And Marvels, or The Marvels, or whatever the second one was called, that one was even more half-assed. All you got to do is make it good. You got to find good writers and a good director and actually make it good. It's not just enough to have people in costume show up and then say, well, we'll fix it in post and we'll CGI this and it's, there's a reason why, some of the Marvel movies, Captain America and the Winter Soldier, Civil War, some of them are A++, and some of them are just meh. And it's a shame because the average kind of ends up being, probably a C plus at best, right? For all the Marvel movies combined. So these are MCU figures. They're a little closer to a true 1/12 scale. So they're not going to really go well, say, with your comic book Punisher. He's going to be a good bit taller than Mr. Fury here. That seems to be about a fair point of comparison there. I like how he's heroically staring off into the distance. That's very good. Very good, Mr. Castle. As you were. That's probably my favorite figure, most loved figure, or one of two or three that are somehow still on the work table when they should be in a display. But I'm lazy and I'm very behind the times. So as I say, this is the MCU Captain Marvel movie. Samuel L. Jackson, de-aged, and somewhat loosey-goosey and desperately in need of some, Kiki's loose joint fix. Samuel L. Jackson. Hey, his knee kind of bent. Now he can stand up better. All right, well, I'm leaving it that way. The young Nick Fury here on the right, older Nick Fury, Secret Invasion era Nick Fury with of the vest that he stole from Stan Lee, replacing that god-awful traffic cone of a hunk of plastic that they put on originally. And of course, since they are MCU Nick Fury, you know, they may know people such as Agent Everett Ross or Pietro Maximoff, if he was still alive, which I kind of wish that he was. Or, of course, whoa, look at that, with mighty Mjolnir, I shall smite thee. There, everybody's going down now. All right, come on, guys, come on, come on. 5 minutes, give me a break. Give me a break. Now Goose has fallen. It's going to be a Top Gun sequel. Goose has fallen. Maybe I just need to spread them out a little more. Mjolnir wielding, that's my Kit Bashed Worthy cap. It's not the actual Power and Glory Worthy cap that was a Walmart exclusive, but rather the one from the 2-pack with the Sam Wilson Captain America, the Captain Americas sort of 2-pack, and MCU Bucky Barnes over here. These are, I sometimes forget that I do still have a lot of MCU figures hanging around here. And of course, the guy that kind of got this whole ball rolling in a previous video, my Kit Bashed MCU Red Skull on the Major Tote body from the Indiana Jones Adventure series that Hasbro botched horribly. Anybody else? Well, right here? Okay, yeah. My little Kit Bashed Bucky Barnes. Maybe mind-controlled Bucky Barnes fresh out of the freezer. Anyone else? Any other Marvel Cinematic Universe figures lurking right here within easy... Oh, yes, of course, of course. Is a horse a horse? Yes. Okay, what are you getting stuck on? All right, there. Oh, of course, those giant-ass wings. We have the Prince Namor. What a weird assemblage of MCU figures that I have left, considering I used to have them all. I do still have, I think, one of the... I think it was that Evergreen re-release they did of the Scarlett Johansson Black Widow, the one that can't stand up. She's on a flight stand in my Shield display. So, yeah, I was so excited about the MCU figures when I first got back into Marvel Legends. And then they just tired me out in that Eternals wave, enough said. And these guys are kind of hanging around either because I like the design or I like the character, or in Quicksilver's case, both. But yeah, I don't have a dedicated MCU display. I mean, I guess this could be one, but I don't care enough about it to make one. So it's not going to happen. Funny to think that little Goose there in the middle, he's an MCU character, and he's not even Marvel Legends. Aren't you a good kitty, Goose? Aren't you a good... Ow! 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 He scratched out my eye, too. Damn it. Damn it. Yeah, so those are my Nick Furies anyway. I'll probably keep them like that. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. They'll probably just go in the Shield display. I don't mind mixing and matching the MCU figures with my Shield display for some weird reason that I can't explain. It doesn't bother me. But are you still collecting MCU figures? Are you looking forward to the new ones from Doomsday? Did you get that whole Fantastic Four wave? I didn't, and I deeply regret it. I really wish. And even though I didn't really love the movie, it was maybe a 3.5 out of 5 for me. It looked good, and I think there's a lot of potential there. I just feel like it was called First Steps for a reason, and it only took the first steps to convincing me this is a good Fantastic Four for the movies. But it certainly was better than all of the other Fantastic Four movies from Roger Corman on through Fan-Four-tastic combined. So, at least there's a Fantastic Four movie you can point to that people probably aren't going to hate when they watch it. And yeah, I do wish I had those figures. Not only because they're movie related, in fact, despite the fact that they're movie related, but just because, they're one of Jack Kirby's best ideas, one of his greatest achievements, and it would be nice to have the movie versions of those in figure form, because if there was one person who always knew the Fantastic Four would appear in a successful movie, although he never saw it in his lifetime, it was indeed Jack King Kirby, the creator of the Fantastic Four. So I think that is going to do it. I guess this is a kind of quasi-short session, but, it's a fine line, a very fine line, as Steve Winwood once reminded us. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. Leave a comment or tell me about your MCU figure collection. Are you still buying them? Are you thinking about buying some? Have you never bought any? Did you always hate them? or at least feel apathetic towards them, like it appears most of the Marvel Legends fandom does. Um, Share the video if you know anyone who's interested in Samuel L. Jackson, or, cats that can't keep their claws in, that kind of thing. And subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of thing. Hey, God love you. Hit the notification bell, and then you'll find out every single time I upload a new video. YouTube's going to be like, hey, Dingus, he did another one. He did another video. You'll never guess what he's talking about now. It's a shock. It's a shock what he's talking about now. Yeah, I'm thinking about actually making a playlist of just my Captain America videos, because it's really gotten out of hand, hasn't it, my friends? So yeah, that'll do it for this one. I do appreciate you stopping by and spending a couple of minutes with me, and hope you're having a great day, and I will catch you on the next Action Figure Obsession with kitty cats. Meow meow. Aren't you a good boy? Aren't you such a good boy, Goose? You're such a good kitty. Meow.